Did you say lotion ready? What?
A little bit of D-Chat rubbing off on you?
It's not that kind of stream.
Not.
What?
You need to start licking the elbows this time.
And we're live, everybody. Welcome, everybody. This is the Go Home Wrestling Show. I'm EJ, along with the other three that make up the four horsemen of wrestling podcast. We got D-Shep, we got Matt Griff,
Hey,
and
guys.
we got Electrifying. Welcome.
James Ellsworth.
Let me fix this.
Why am I doing?
Because I can't fit you otherwise. We gotta fix. We're taking small steps to getting it perfect. Maybe about a week or two we'll have it perfect, okay? Relax. Relax.
Why are you standing over there creeping? Right.
Live on the air.
Oh, okay.
Marital.
I swear, we're going to need to make some budget cuts.
Damn. See? They're already getting... I'm already fired?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Well, you do know if this was a horror movie, you'd be the first to go, right, Fly?
Really? You have to go on stream with that right away?
We're editing that out.
Yeah, we'll edit that out. We'll edit that out.
Before we get flagged and monetized.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, welcome, everybody. Well, let's make the announcement because they see four of us and not three of us this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Gentleman Jones, welcome. Thank you. A new guy has joined us. He was a guest last week, and here he is. He's one of us now. It's the Full Horseman. So let's start putting up the four signal. That's what we got to do. The Full Horseman. It is Matt Griff. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
You were the only one that did that, though.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all's time letting me come on.
Oh, no problem. Dude, it was awesome. And here we are. I mean, and welcome, Ghost. Well, we got a lot to cover. We got Raw, we got SmackDown, and then, of course, we got Extreme Rules to cover. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Raw is War. I'm still going to call it that, okay?
No complaints.
Yeah, no complaints. Dude, last week's show was the absolute shit. Of course, it was the Monday before the 4th of July. So, again, you could allow room for error, allow room for that to be exciting because the viewership was probably not there. So this week, they're making fun of that editing. Yeah, we're almost there. Someone's cracking. But this week, big difference. I think there was a lot of improvement. So right off the bat, I mean, we'll start with D-Shep. What did you think of the show before we cover everything? I mean, do you think it was a lot better than it was the week before?
It's easy to say that it was a lot better simply because last week was as bad as it gets, pretty much.
Yeah.
But overall, without getting too far into it, I'd say medium step forward.
Okay. McGriff, did you get a hard-on from the opening segment? I mean, from that on, were you
why
big?
didn't I get the hard-on question?
Oh, it's because I'm trying to spread it out. Trust me, you'll get the nipples hard one on the next one, okay? How about that? We'll even it out, okay? All right. Just relax and let the man answer the question. Don't be rude. Go ahead.
Hey.
I mean, I enjoyed the segment. Show-wise overall, it got me in the mood to go for the show, but honestly, I was kind of let down by the show. It wasn't that great to me.
Okay, all right, and then we'll go with you, electrifying, before we go on to the first segment. Did you see a big improvement from the week before? You know, of course, this is the go-home show before Extreme Rules.
Yeah, like Griff said, it was definitely a great start, but honestly, it was a letdown.
All right,
I really like it.
Okay, all right, let's go right into it, and that's the opening segment between Reigns and Lashley. It was a slow build throughout the whole last few weeks, and I mean, it was kind of the same lines as the Sami Zayn, but you saw a little more out of Lashley as opposed to the Sami Zayn storyline. You saw that more like he was expressing himself better on the mic. Is he the greatest on the mic? Probably not, but you saw improvement there.
It was his best week ever on the mic.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's improvement, but the fact that they start off with Reigns, walk in the backstage, and then he gets cut off by Lashley. And he pretty much says, if you call me out, I'm coming out there, and I'm going to beat your ass. And what does he do? He comes right out there, calls him out, and there you had it. I mean, you had that big brawl, and it was reported that a certain someone was writing that segment. Paul Heyman was the writer of that segment. So, given by that,
it had a different energy feel to it.
It did. So I'll start off with Magriff, the new guy. What did you think of that segment? I know you already hinted about it, but I mean, in detail, what did you like about it?
I enjoyed the segment. I mean, they come out and they're actually finally doing something to build this rivalry. And Lashley and Reigns did a great job selling what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm sitting here going, man, little bit too late. What were y'all waiting for 3 weeks ago to get this going like this? And that was my frustration with the segment.
I get what you're saying with that. You want a slow build, but you wanted to see something progress over time. It was like pretty stale, and then you had what you had this past Monday. Was it enough for you to be interested into the match at Extreme Rules? So, I mean, well, I guess we'll get into that later on. Okay, D-Shep, you?
Pretty much that's the Lashley I wanted to see upon his return. That's how he should have returned.
Definitely.
The Roman stuff was more the same old Roman, though. I can't buy into it from his point of view, but you can tell that Lashley is taking more of an effort with this now. Whether that's, his own self-doing or they told him to step it up, I'm not quite sure, but he's definitely brought his A game. The Roman stuff was more the same.
Yeah, again, I've been saying it all along, and everyone else has, but I guess it's fallen to deaf ears because turning Roman heel is the right thing to do, and he just doesn't come off as a face. He can't do it. His character alone, he was that silent badass in the Shield angle, when he was a part of that faction, and then he comes out of it. They're trying to make him like the next big thing, and the people are not accepting that. So, finally, you, electrifying, the segment, I mean, what were your thoughts on that?
Honestly, Lashley is the only one in this whole rivalry that's actually selling it for me. I believe Roman, this is what Roman's been doing since he's been here in the WWE. Yeah. Honestly, Roman Reigns, if he wants to sell something, I want him to have more enthusiasm than he's been. I want him to have more. Honestly, I don't know if you can, but he needs more power. He needs a better drive. Honestly, Lashley just comes in. He's just a natural. Roman, I still think he needs to learn how to do that.
Okay. One thing I agree with you, especially, I mean, we see that the progression on the mic from Bobby Lashley, but the thing this is what I was thinking. What is the WWE missing as far as the wrestlers? And you have your wrestlers, you have your women wrestlers, but what are you missing? And you only see it with one guy that has it, and that's a manager. Is it me? Does it seem like the wrestlers just have too much of a big of an ego, or they feel like it could be a cross-cutting thing for the WWE, not to have managers that could be basically to convey this better, I'm sorry, that the wrestlers could learn to do promo work through their manager without looking too bad on TV. Giving them the time to learn live in person, so over time they become better on the mic themselves. Because look what happened when they brought back Brock Lesnar in 2013. I saw that video. And then the first week he came back and spoke, what happened the very next week? You remember? Paul Heyman was back. Because he wasn't good. I don't know, just to me, I feel maybe for a little bit they have to pair him up with someone. It could be anyone. It doesn't even have to be Paul Heyman. I'm sure they could get someone that is good on the mic that could be able to talk for him for a little bit.
The only problem with all that is that they've already deemed him the guy in the public. So you can almost tell, like, he knows he can't screw up when he's out there, and he doesn't put the same kind of effort and energy into the promo as other people seem to do.
All right.
You know, it's like a student knows he's his teacher's favorite, and he can do no wrong. It's that kind of mentality. We all know it's not real, but Lashley made the promo seem a little bit more real. Roman did not, and never does.
And that could be just, because he may not be comfortable in this position. Do you feel like he wants to be a heel? Do you feel like he likes where he's going or where they're trying to push him? Because obviously you don't want to be the top guy, but I've been saying this for a while, that maybe it doesn't have to be exactly a face. If you want to talk about getting with the times, why is it always got to be the face that's the head of the company? Why can't it be someone like The Miz? The Miz has got a show starting, in less than a week or two. Hold on. Oh.
Triggered.
Yeah, he's triggered. I can tell. But, come on. He's good wrestler. He's good on the mic. Why couldn't a top guy be a heel? McGriff, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like it could be possible that a heel could be a top guy? I mean, and actually be the face of the company, finally.
Absolutely. AJ Styles was doing it for a while as a heel and still carrying the company on his back. So could it be done? Yes. Is Roman Reigns the guy to do it? I can't trust anything that he's pulling out right now.
All right, so who do you feel that could do it?
Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
That's the only guy I could actually see pulling that off.
That's good. All right. I go Miz, you go with him. And you know what? I can't really disagree with that. Another great international guy, well-known over in Japan, coming over here from that strong style, coming over here. And I think he adjusted pretty good. Because that's two different styles of wrestling. I mean, all right, I can see that. What about you, Electrifying? Because I know you didn't agree with what I said.
No, it's just the person. It's not your fault. You're entitled to your own opinion. I honestly think that even though he is kind of turning face right now, Rusev could be the face.
Ooh. But he gets a pop. Like, I don't know. Can you even?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
It is a different time where the bad guys are liked, and it was like the NWO that kind of started that, and over time it just became a thing. Back in the day, you didn't like the heel, you liked the face. You would like Hulk Hogan, you wouldn't like the $1 Million Man, if you want to go way back. It's just that's the way it was. But you've seen in the last 20 years that changed. Heels actually get looked at more than the faces. I mean, even merchandise. Yeah, even the merchandise.
They tend to be more respected more lately in recent years, too.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. All right, well, I mean...
Well, you got Shin on SmackDown, but if I had a guy from Raw, I'm picking Drew McIntyre as my top heel of the company.
You think you could put it...
Well, pretty much when Brock rides off into the sunset, I can see Drew McIntyre stepping in for that role. Yeah,
the thing is, though... It's sad because everyone wants him to be the guy to take down Lesnar, but it's heavily rumored that Lesnar he's going to be at SummerSlam, and I'm wondering if it's going to be the Lashley Roman Reigns that's going to be the determining factor who he's going to face at SummerSlam, and geez, if that happens, who's going to win that. I mean, they pushed it how many times? And the difference, I feel, between if you have another Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar compared to people who complain about AJ and Nakamura, at least AJ and Nakamura matches got better over time. Can you really say the same thing about Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? Did their matches get better in time? Or just they got fundamentally worse and worse as they went on? How many times they faced each other? At least 5 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So that's my point with that. It's like, yeah, you're going to push that match again. I don't think it's going to be well accepted, but I guess we could cover that when we talk about the
Well, the difference between them two facing off for a 5th, 6th time and AJ and Shin is that you had 2 extremely athletic, not to say Roman and Brock aren't, but you got guys that can pull off more interesting moves and keep you invested in the match, whereas you're going to see the same set of power moves no matter what in the Brock versus Roman that you've seen in every other match they've had.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what you saw in that segment, though? Yeah, for once, you saw good storytelling. It was believable that they fucking hated each other at this point.
One-sided believable.
You could think that.
I don't believe from Roman. Don't you know? It's funny that his catchphrase is "believe that."
Yeah.
Because I don't believe a damn thing he said.
Okay.
Right.
Well, yeah, I sensed the hatred. I sensed it right there. So, him leaping over the ropes, which I mean, that was like desperation to get to him. It was things like that caught my eye. It's like, okay.
Well, that was repeated though. Pretty much the same setup as him and Triple H from 3 years ago. Same leap, same everything.
Okay. Well, either way,
well, it's not original. That's what I'm trying to say. At least with Lashley, it felt different. It felt like he was invested. With Roman, it's more the same. There's only so much they're able to do with him, and they can't seem to find them things to do with him to make him stand out as they can others.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is finally that they made him look like a badass, and I mean that Lashley. That should have been like that from the start. The guy was 15-2 in the MMA world. It may not have been UFC, but you know what? Everyone wants to compare that to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was 5-3 in the UFC, as he was 15-2 at Bellator or in Strikeforce. I mean, you can't take that away from him, and he's done just as much as Lesnar as far as the wrestling background, but the only difference is military background. And he's a legitimate badass, and I'm hoping this Sunday we're going to say Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam. I'm hoping to say that. I'm hoping to see that.
SummerSlam main event you can get behind.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
I got a question for you about Lashley.
What's
Do you
that?
think you could see him filling some kind of role as like a Ken Shamrock? Have that kind of mentality? Would that not be perfect for him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, again, it's a similar style, like, Now, what did you mean, like when he snaps out? Like, are you talking about that?
Just coming in as quiet, beat your face in, move on. Maybe not so much on the microphone, but just that straight heel character.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what it's like? It's like, think of, what's his face? Finn Balor, that comes out there and smirks and then has a technical wrestling match with you.
He's a great wrestler.
Shamrock with someone, which I think McGriff was leaning this way, is that Lashley can come out there and smirk, and you know he's about to whoop your ass.
It's a smirk like
turn that light switch on. Shamrock was phenomenal in his 2-3 year run that he had.
Underrated, big time. It's a shame because he didn't get that good response from the fans, and they pushed that world title. He was going to be the guy for a little bit, and it came out.
To do with respect more than anything. I think.
Well, Bruce Pritchard said a lot to do with why they didn't push him, because they would have pushed him and Stone Cold for the late fall, and they were going to do the similar plan that led to the tournament. But for a few months, they were going to have Shamrock hold the title. But because of the response of the fans, they said things weren't panning out for him, and that's why he didn't get that push. They wanted to push him right away within a year because he came in '97, and of course he had that great program with The Rock, I thought, that started at the Rumble and went out into like late spring. It was a pretty good program he had, and they were trying to push him for the world title. It just never happened. But I get what you're saying, Matt Griff. I could see Lashley doing that. Yeah, that smirk, and then boom, out of nowhere, just kicks the shit out of anyone that's in his path. But I don't see him doing that to Lesnar. Of course, they ain't gonna have him get squashed like that. They would never allow that because of a potential comeback with him, which I don't see, and I hope it doesn't happen. All right, so after that, it was a great segment, opening segment, and then we got the tag match. Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Nia Jax, and Natalya. It was a quick match. Did it really do anything to build for the match at Extreme Rules? I'll start with you on this one, Electrifying. Do you see anything? Was this even a good build? Did it do anything?
It wasn't a good build. It was just a little throw in to see women fight. That's basically what that was.
You think it was just a quota thing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great to see my baby on TV.
What, Mickie James?
Being disrespectful now.
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm talking about Alexa.
Oh, it's good. No, motherfucker. You go for Mickie James. I got Alexa.
Well, we fighting? We fighting?
Yeah, why not? WWE 2K18. I'll put my guy against yours. Winner gets that bitch. All right, let's go. McGriff. Good
Friday then.
And I'm the crazy one, right?
You got to run for your money, pal. McGriff, what do you think of that match?
No build whatsoever during the match itself.
Yeah.
But, I just hate watching Nia Jax. She's horrible in the ring.
Do you think she's put on a pedestal because of it being related to The Rock?
I think she gets pushed because of that, and I think she gets pushed because she is so powerful and everything.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, she's lazy in the ring. She's not doing anything for the other talent, and everybody else is making her look better than she really is.
And on the mic, too.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
And on the mic, too. I can honestly say that Roman Reigns might be doing better than her.
Oh, shit. That's an insult.
Yep.
Okay, D-Shep, what do you got on that?
Well, it's pretty much what them guys said. It's filler, though. And the reason I say it's filler is because we all already know Alexa's going to retain.
Yeah.
We all know that she's going to face Ronda. They basically all but guaranteed that already. So why would you even get emotionally invested, even if you were into women's wrestling? Why would you get emotionally invested into a match where you are pretty much 100% guaranteed the finish?
Well,
and the other thing I want to say is kind of like what they were hinting at with her laziness in the ring. She's basically what they wanted Karma for a couple years ago, but then her dumbass got knocked up and ruined that. She pretty much got Karma's character, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's basically Nia Jax. They wanted I won't say fat, but they wanted a big girl that could whoop some little ass is what they wanted. And Nia just happens to be that person. They were originally hoping it was going to be Tamina, but then she had her injury issues.
Yeah.
Then they were hoping it was Karma, but then she got knocked up, so we all got stuck with Nia Jax.
Remember Jazz? Like, she wasn't like a big, but she was a jacked girl.
Jazz was a little more stocky version of that one girl that's out now. Oh, I always forget her damn name.
So do I. I'm drawing a blank, too.
The new one.
I'm drawing a blank. What, Ember Moon?
I forgot her name last week, too.
Not Ember Moon.
Ember Moon, yeah.
Oh, Ember Moon. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Well, she's a more jacked up version of Ember Moon, right?
Yeah, well, Jazz was talented, though.
Style.
Oh, imagine Jazz in this, with the women's revolution. Imagine her now. Because they really didn't put the women out there back in the day. If it was anything, it was to show their body, and it was the edge. Now they're taking more seriously.
Or even bring back Beth Phoenix. Oh my
the
god.
Glamazon.
She would destroy all these girls.
Yeah, I don't think Edge will allow that. All right.
Well, she was in that female Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's a one-off. They're not going to do much for that. What is they got to do? And then she's back home. All right, so we go along. And after it was a pretty quick tag team match, and then you got going along with what D-Shep said, the Mojo Rawley filler match. I understand the show is 3 hours, okay? But why filler like this? I know you're not going to get the same guy every week because you're going to wear him out. You're going to wear out the wrestler if you have him on the show every week. You're not going to get that. But why waste time where you could probably put time into building the match? Oh, man, he's going to go to sleep. And see, look at that. He's like, what's his name? Skip Bayless and all the little talk shows with the sports. He's got to have a prop, okay? We got a Carrot Top, all right? Jesus Christ. But no, all right. Can we just not mention much, just say that was the complete shits, and we got to get, like...
The only thing is, if you're going to waste airtime with Mojo Rawley, I would struggle to say you should just kept him in the Hype Bros then. If this is all you're going to do with him, you would have been better off just leaving him with Zack Ryder, because at least you were getting some kind of pop.
Yeah.
Wasn't the greatest pop in the world, but at least it was something. 3-4 straight weeks of him feuding with No Way Jose, no thank you.
But do not get me wrong, Mojo Rawley, if you use him right, he can be a champion.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's just lazy booking. What do you think, McGriff, with that wasted segment? Because it was.
I went and got snacks. That's how good I thought that was.
Oh, okay.
Just a waste of time.
That was better than bathroom break.
All right, so we're moving along. So you had that complete shits of a match, and then you got the Rollins promo, and which was a pretty good promo, and it was, of course, interrupted by Ziggler and McIntyre. And now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a lot of issues on social media about what Rollins said about McIntyre's heritage. He was...
the heritage.
Yeah,
But then them same people were quiet when Sami Zayn made fun of Lashley's military, though.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
But,
it is a little weird.
It's
You're right. You're right.
They remind me, them people on the internet that whine about stuff like that. You know what I picture? I pictured that lady that was all over social media a couple weeks ago for calling the cops about a permit for the young black girl selling water. Pretty much what that reminded me of.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's like, okay, you know it's a soap opera. Do we sit here and watch General Hospital, and if they make an insensitive comment about another man's wife on that show, are they just talking about that all over the internet? No, not so much. I mean, you know what you're watching. If you don't like what you're watching, then don't watch it.
No, I agree with you, because it's sports entertainment, and they always say it is. But it's funny that, yeah, they do put them on a pedestal like they're a politician, and that's not the case at all.
Exactly.
They're
well,
entertainers.
Unless your name's Kane, Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, I know, he's getting crap, and he even said it well. He's like, my job is just like everyone else's. That's my job when I'm not a mayor or running for mayor. That's his job. There's nothing wrong with that. No. Okay, so D-Shep, what did you think of that segment, though? I mean, I thought it was a pretty good build, but for two things.
Yeah, the potential Rollins-McIntyre feud, definitely. Yeah. As far as promo-wise, you would have to say it was the promo of the night. I mean, the back and forth was phenomenal. So, yeah, A+, both guys.
Someone in chat said Get Him Jones said Dolph reaction to the crowd when they called him out for messing up during the promo was great. That's also,
that was
dude, that was great. And
that
again,
was hilarious.
Again, I changed my opinion about him. And there's going to be times on the show that I'm going to have my foot in my mouth after I said something, and then I was completely wrong about it. I was wrong about it. And I'll admit I was wrong. And that was one time I was wrong. I enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to that match on Sunday. Okay, Matt Griff, what did you think of that segment?
I enjoyed it. I mean, as for the backlash, haven't we been saying that they need to bring reality into WWE? It's exactly what they were doing. Maybe he crossed the line. In my opinion, he didn't, but
No, they didn't.
I enjoyed it. It was great.
Dude, again, it was talk between one guy against two guys, and there was chemistry there. You saw it. It's like they weren't. It was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And lastly, electrifying. What'd you think of this segment?
Honestly, it was the best part of Raw. That whole segment right there. And then when Seth Rollins referred to him about him and McIntyre about the sheep, that was the icing on the cake. That was hilarious.
Dude,
oh my god.
Rollins, I watched old promos of him back in the Florida Championship Wrestling days. Seeing that to what he is now, big difference. He is skyrocketed. He is that guy on Raw. And if it isn't going to be Drew McIntyre, if it's not going to be Kevin Owens, if it's not going to be Braun Strowman or even Bobby Lashley, it should be him. He's that guy. And I don't know if they're waiting maybe to send him over to SmackDown when they go to Fox, but he should be a top guy at some point.
You know what McIntyre and Rollins reminds me of? It reminds me of what a great feud John Cena and Edge was.
They did have a good feud.
To me, it has that kind of future potential.
Okay, well, you know what? It remains to be seen. And like I said, the fact that he's going to be in ringside this Sunday, but we'll get into that as we talk about the match later on in that show. So, all right, let's cut that off right there. So everyone agrees that was a good segment. Then we go from a good segment to a... I like both talent, and I'm a B-team guy. It was a decent match, maybe close to the shits. That's my opinion. It had the potential to be a great match. I don't think it hit on this one. D-Shep, I mean, I know you're a B-team guy. What did you think of that match? You got to be honest, man. Don't ride that, B-team bandwagon and just everything is good. Everything is good. Never mind that it was a shit match. Go on.
The feud has been extremely poor execution from top to bottom. We all know why they're holding off Bray and Bull going at it, because they're saving that for the pay-per-view, what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
But just the simple fact that you have two guys, Bo and Bray, in a tag team feud that's been over a month now, and they have yet to even physically touch each other in the ring. To me, how could you even get into the tag team feud without everybody fighting everybody? It was doomed from the start, and I love the B team, but it was doomed from the start.
But here's the thing: was it even reported that if has he done any matches since that accident? I mean, he made an appearance, but I don't think he wrestled last week in Philadelphia.
No,
and then the very next night at NYC.
He did get physical at Raw, though, and there was still no interaction between him and Bo. And you notice when they had the face-off, of course, it was, Bray facing off against Curtis Axel, and then Bo facing off against Matt. So I just think they're going out of their way to hold off on that, which is just terrible.
That might not be a bad thing. It might have been that anticipation that might sell the match because, I mean, the constant...
I don't have that anticipation no more, though.
Wow, you're off the B-team bandwagon already?
No. I don't have the anticipation from seeing the brothers go at it.
Okay.
Anymore. I'm over the feud. To me, it was so one-sided that, yeah, I'm over it.
Wow, electrifying. What'd you think of that little, I guess it was a fuck-up of a match?
I do agree with that, but honestly, the only reason I believe we're seeing this is for entertainment.
It was just another... Would you consider that a filler, or would...
I would say it's the in-between... I'd say it's in between of that. I don't know if that's even possible, but I believe they did it with that.
Potential to filler, so yeah, I could definitely see the in-between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Magriff, I mean, what did you think of the match? I'm sure you have a good opinion on that. You have a good insight.
I keep about to fall asleep during the talk about that match. That's how I keep it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's about how I felt about this match.
See?
Yeah.
You apologize now, EJ.
Nice little setup.
All right.
Breaking
my balls.
To me, it was a filler. I mean, it was just boring. I understand they're trying to keep a feud alive, but at this point, honestly, what the hell are you doing with it? Let's move on.
No,
Or at
okay.
least just have everybody fucking go at it already. Like,
Yeah.
something.
But you know what? They could have got like real heat. Like I said last week, maybe them joking about like real life because they do bring it once in a while. If they would have brought that real life thing, what happened at Bray, and that might have done something. Like doing that fake Hollywood green screen with them in the car would have did something. I thought.
Not only that, but you have Bo Dallas dressing up as Bray Wyatt week after week after week, and Bray Wyatt has yet to try to punch this man in the face. Like, if you came out, let's say any of you, and you came out and, you know, my Bears had, you talked a little goofy, you're missing a few teeth, whatever. If you came out trying to be D-Chef, D-Chef's probably going to want to punch you in the face. And you just don't feel that from Bray to Bo. It just
won't connect.
If another man is coming out impersonating you week after week after week, shouldn't there be some kind of physical altercation?
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to be like electrifying there, D-Shep, you would have to wear Ellsworth shirt.
Require a little more
Ellsworth shirt.
Oh dear God!
Am I right?
If I ever buy an Ellsworth shirt, you can ban me from the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you one.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to see you one for free.
All right.
If somebody sends me a James Ellsworth show, I will wear it one show.
You know what? No, Griff, you can sell him the shirt. I'm getting you the tights.
Whoa!
Oh. I don't know if that would be a good image for the show.
Well,
I just thought about that.
A wager with a female streamer that if I lose, then I have to post a picture of myself in a bikini, and if she loses, she has to do the same. But I can't.
Well, that's not really a punishment for anybody.
Well, no, the punishment is seeing him in the bikini.
No, everybody wins if she's in the bikini.
Yeah.
D-Shep. If D-Shep's in a bikini, World War 5 came out.
It's like a mask versus haircut match. You know who's gonna win? The guy with the mask. And
unless you're Rey Mysterio and you just take it off every now and then.
Yeah, good point. Actually, that was probably a bad example. All right, moving along. Going on from complete shit. Now we got into I thought was a good match. Corbin, Elias against Rude and Balor. Dude, it's funny because Elias and you haven't seen him since the pay-per-view. Oh, besides...
No, just in that one backstage segment with them crazy chicks.
Oh, and not only that, actually, no, he was the night after Raw, but that was just to sing the blues because he lost the match. But you really haven't seen him in the ring in action since the pay-per-view. Then, of course, Baron Corbin, he's slowly getting into his role. We've talked highly about it in the last couple weeks. Against Balor, which we all agree should be the Demon, and Rude, that they are, again, I think they're just burying that guy week after week. I'm going to start with you, Magriff. What did you think of the match, though? I mean, did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it, but...
Yeah, can you give me one out of the big fish?
Go ahead.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I was actually really surprised with Elias. He did more in that match than I expected. I didn't think he was as talented as he showed in that match. So, props to him. That was a good match.
Okay. Electrifying. Your thoughts on that match? Was it good? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'm going to go ahead and keep this short and sweet.
Okay,
it was
go
a
ahead.
good match. It was pretty good, but I'm just ready to see them two fight. The build-up is already there. It's where it needs to be. Just go and fight.
Okay. Go ahead, D-Shep.
I would 100% agree with that. It was a decent wrestling, one-off kind of match. It was nice to watch, but it really didn't do anything extra to build that Finn and Corbin match, really. You just want to see that match. So, yeah, I pretty much agree with Fly on that one.
Okay. Oh, I enjoyed the match. But the one thing that bothered me is that you haven't seen Rude on TV, and he was on a losing streak before that. And who was the guy that was pinned from the end of days? That was Bobby Roode. Now, going to you, Electrifying, how did you feel? Like, do you feel that Bobby Roode was the only guy that really suffered in that match? Because I think the performance of Balor was pretty good. Elias, exceptional. Corbin, even good, too.
Well,
Yeah, I think.
real quick before you jump in, Fly, the only thing there is the only alternative would have been is to have Balor pin Elias. So if you had to pick between the two, would you much rather have Rude take the pin or Elias take the pin? Because neither Corbin or Balor was going to take the pin.
I'd rather have Rude. Actually, you know what? When you put it like that, and I didn't think of it that way, Rude would be the guy then to go down. But again, it's if you're going to do that and then pair him up with someone else, because there was nothing between Elias and Rude. Even though, didn't they have something back in NXT? Didn't they have some? Now, who? I'm pretty sure they had something in NXT. Anyone in chat, please. I'm pretty sure again, I'm catching up on a lot of the things, and I think that was something I saw. It was when he was going as, kind of the drifter. And I think there was something with him and Rude at one point in NXT, because they were there at the same time. So, I could be wrong. I could be right, but either way, there was no build at this point on the main roster. So, couldn't you feel that it could have been someone else that did it, that took that fall? Or do you think they were just trying to put Rude into something because he's been off TV?
Honestly, I think the last time that we seen Root was with the mixed tag challenge. So really need to do something for him to get back on TV.
And main event. He was on main event shows. That's pretty much all you've seen him.
If you have a guy that's not consistently on TV every week like Rude, he's going to be your fall guy, though, sadly.
Okay.
I'm glad, because I'm tired of hearing Glorious.
He's got to go back. He's got to go heel.
It's a little redundant after a while.
Yeah.
I'd much rather listen to Shin's song over and over again than Glorious over and over again.
Ghost actually confirmed Rude and Elias had a rivalry in Raw weeks ago, but I guess they're not continuing it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't he disrupt the Elias's performances?
Yeah.
That's how they did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ghost, thank you for reminding me. There you go. Now, but before the good match, I thought was a good match, they had a performance. I want to ask you, Magriff, what did you think of the performance of Elias and Corbin? Did you see chemistry there? Do you see a record coming out? Your thoughts?
No. I mean, I guess it was kind of fun. It's a good way to kill time, but no, I was bored out of my mind.
Okay, but what do you think of his approach to doing a promo? You got to admit that's even though The Rock kind of did it, but he only did it like a handful of times. I feel Elias took it to a whole nother level. What do you think of that?
I do agree with that. Elias is doing a great job with it, so keep that going. But Baron Corbin, stay away from the mic. Don't do it.
You know what I noticed though? Well, actually, I don't know if you've seen this because it's kind of on topic. You know that Elias is calling out The Rock on social media. He even went as far as doing a GoFundMe for a recovery fund for when he beats him. He's trying to call him out because The Rock was saying recently that he wants to get back in the ring. And Elias saying that, yeah, you made, because there was something out there that, you stole The Rock's gimmick. But he goes, I may have used it, but I took it to another level, and I'll show The Rock how to walk with Elias. So what do you think of that?
Years ago, Rock bottom Elias once during his debut year.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was the time that he came back.
Yeah, I think one of the first people Rock came out for some kind of segment, and he ended up rock bottoming Elias. I'm almost certain, not 100%. I'm gonna look that up. Right?
What's up, Great One? I'm sorry, I didn't see that you're in here. My bad. Hey, buddy. He has a great feel of the crowds. Yes, he does. Because you know what's funny with him? When he has people saying, walk with Elias, he gets the people on his side for that moment. And then he completely shits on the city, wherever it is. It's funny. He gets them on their side and immediately goes.
No, that's right. It was the 25th Raw anniversary.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, I love how he just mind fucks the crowd. I love that with him. All right. So you weren't happy with the performance, Magriff. What about you, Electrifying? Were you okay with that?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. You go ahead and you hear that Eliza's performing, you go and start grabbing for the Lay's potato chips. But then you hear that Baron Corbin's about to sing. Then you hurry up and grab it, come back to his TV, and you listen to it. Then Baron Corbin opens his mouth, then you turn the TV off.
Ooh. Wow.
That's what happened.
Wow. So you don't even like the gimmick. You don't even like him
No, I
singing?
love the gimmick. I wanted to hear Baron Corbin sing low key, but then he opened up his mouth. I was like, I'd rather listen to Ice JJ Fish.
But was it
Oh
deliberately?
my. Oh my God. Dude, I know that guy. The dude from YouTube. I used to...
He
oh,
said
man.
that guy from YouTube.
Oh, it's something about you, girl.
D-Shep, shut up.
That was me.
Yeah.
No, I said it right.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even say nothing.
All right, moving along. All right, so you went on with a decent tag team match, and then, dude, the main event, Rollins, McIntyre. Holy shit, dude. Weren't we given a gift? That was a gift that we were given
That
on
was a
free
blessing in
TV.
disguise.
Saved the show, that's for sure. I'm going to start with you, D-Shep. That match, man. Could it be possibly match of the year? Top 10?
Match
Possible.
of the year, no.
Top 10 at least?
Oh, yeah, definitely top 10. Great start to Raw. Great ending to Raw. The rest of it was kind of in between. But the actual match itself, you couldn't stop looking, pretty much. You were just invested. Even if it, wasn't like a big feud, I'm stuttering. You seen the potential of both these guys if they turn it into a long feud.
Mm-hmm. I just want to address something real quick. Ghost said Elias play at the Super Bowl. That would be awesome. Just
I'd
have
rather
a
see Baron
spotlight right on him, and I'm sure you will get plenty of people that will go along with it because they're fans. That would be awesome, but yeah, that's a wet dream. Okay, Matt Griff, what did you think of the main event of that night?
Absolutely loved it. I think we got treated to something that they should have saved for later down the road in a pay-per-view. But I'm glad to see it. I'm going to give my opinion on some of that later on, but I definitely see some kind of build going on there.
Yeah, so do I. Electrifying you.
100% of Matt. I 100% agree with Griff on that one. Definitely the best match of the night. Don't know if it's match of the year, but definitely top 10.
I'm going to tell you.
Is it possible to be that overexcited just off the first match between two guys, just knowing what could possibly happen? I think that's why I was stuttering so bad, because I'm like so emotionally invested already just from a Raw match. God forbid that they do a great build and carry it on for a while.
Okay.
I just don't want to get disappointed with 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, I don't think you will, but hold on. The one thing I got to add to that. Who wrote this match?
I honestly don't know.
Heyman.
Nice.
Because later on it came out that he's gonna be another writer for Raw. For the first time in I think 12 years. He's gonna be a writer.
And he should be.
And he wrote, look at the two big, this was the common theme. This is why I was asking that. Opening segment, main event. Who wrote it? And look how great they were. Can you imagine the possibilities? Can you imagine that if they just let him have kind of most of the control, how good Raw would be with that freaking stacked roster? You won't see the Mojo Rawley.
Empty checkbook. Heyman with an empty checkbook is scary. Scary good.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him rehash past stuff. Just make sure you're moving forward and changing things. That's my only fear about him doing it.
Raw with Paul Heyman is like SmackDown with Paige.
Well, if we know Paige don't really do the writing, that's Road Dogg.
Well, you know how big everything's going down there.
I know. But
yeah, just ask Xavier Woods about Paige.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or
Oh my God.
We just got XXX in this motherfucker. All right.
Shots fired.
But you know what?
Getting denied like Ellsworth.
Heyman is better than the writers who
the
are
real
like.
question to that was, did Xavier Woods, did he serve Paige pancakes the morning after?
Yeah. No, Bootios.
But
Bootios.
which ones?
Oh yeah, Bootios.
Bootios. All right, well, all right, he just walked away from that one. I'll give you my thing real quick. Do I consider a top 10? It's going to be a top 10. And it's funny, a few of the matches that are going to be in that top 10. Oh, there he is. That's why he stepped away. Bootios, there it is. That's what he served her for breakfast the next morning. So now, I can see that. I'm definitely going to see that as a top 10 match. It was a great match. I can't wait for the program because and this is what I liked because I was more invested in it because of the stipulation they had. If Rollins was to beat McIntyre, McIntyre couldn't be at ringside, and the fact that he lost only means one thing: he's going to be the contributing factor to probably why he's going to lose. But I'm going to throw this out there real quick. What haven't you seen in the last month? No reaction, no retaliation from Elias and Rollins. Because think about this. Rollins had to cheat to beat Elias. He held the tights on that roll-up.
He did. I forgot about that.
Has he gotten his revenge on him yet?
No.
Could we expect a run-in at Extreme Rules? Just saying.
Now, since I forgot about that, I think we could happen now.
And maybe you could delay that little McIntyre angle a little bit because I think you got a glimpse of it, and it's like, okay, we got what we saw. We maybe could do it a few months away. Get it ready for the fall program. I don't know. I just thought about that because Elias never got his retaliation for what happened at Money in the Bank.
That was a good thought.
Okay. All right. So, real quick, we're going to rate this one. We're going to go with you, McGriff. Rate 1 to 5 for Raw.
2.5.
2.5.
I mean, couple good segments, but it just was not an overwhelming great show.
Okay.
Outside of the main event in the beginning, it was just fillers.
Okay. Now, I already know the answer to this, but you know what? I got to ask him anyway. All right, Buzzkill, D-Shep, go on. What is it, 1 to 5?
I'm actually going to fully agree with McGriff. 2.5. Mainly same thing. Beginning and end. Maybe a couple funny things sprinkled in, but for the most part, just an average to below average show.
Okay. Electrify, what do you rate it?
I'm the nice person, so I'm going to give it a 3 just because of the beginning and end.
Okay, thank God I'm not alone because I agree with Electrifying here because I will go with a 3. You had a great build up in the beginning of the show. You had the great Rollins segment that set up for the match later on and possibly top 10 match of the year. So that's why I give it a 3. All right, so let's go from Raw to SmackDown. Oh, hold on. My little thing didn't work. There you go. All right, so you went from a decent show, I guess you could say, if we're going to be nice. Now we're on to SmackDown. They started off the show with Miz TV, one of my favorite segments. But I know you hate him. All right, we got it, okay? And, of course, the guest was Team Hell No. They were the guests. Miz, of course, stirring the shit, between the two, bringing up the past. Of course, they got in a little argument, if you will. And what the heck is that, Get Him Jones? Oh, okay. I see that. Sorry. Going to, what do you think? I'm sorry, I got thrown off there. McGriff, what did you think of the Miz segment?
Love it. Everything Miz touches right now is gold. And Kane and Daniel Bryan are selling their angle completely. So the actual talk show part was fantastic. What happened afterwards is what it is. But great segment. Okay,
D-Shep, what do you think of that?
Great segment. Miz, as always, stands out as he's the A-lister, right? And
yes, he is.
That was on point here and every other week. Just like McGriff said, the stuff afterwards was meh, but the segment itself, A+.
Yeah, but follow-up question now. Do you always like, with the Miz TV, he tries to play it off that he's trying to help. Oh, I'm trying to help you, but really he's just like stirring the shit. And
that's what Miz does.
I love it. I just love that segment. It's like he take a different approach from others, you know. Like, oh, I didn't mean for that video. Oh, what's his name should be fired for playing that video. And then, come on, we all know that's what you're trying to do. I just love that kind of stuff. All right, so Electrifying. What'd you think of that segment? I mean,
good segment. Could have had a better host.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, who would have been a better host? Hold on, we're gonna call him out on this. If you were the writer, who would it be? Go on.
Daniel Bryan. Now I'm gonna say why.
Why would you say
calls out his teammate, and they both do it themselves, and then the Bludgeon Brothers come in. Honestly, Daniel Bryan touches the audience better than Miz will.
Miz is a heel though, and he gets a pop because
that's
when he starts
why
the
I
segment,
said the audience, because he's a face. You get what I'm saying?
What, for Daniel Bryan?
Yeah,
I'm talking about
Daniel
Miz.
Bryan, yeah.
Miz, he gets a response.
Who
He
the fuck
gets
cares
the whole.
about the Miz?
I do. So do many others. That's why he's got a show. He's interesting. He's a character. He's great on the mic.
Okay,
I would honestly.
I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna watch Mr. and Mrs.
I know you're going
it.
to. I know you're going to. You can't
I got
resist
to.
him. You can't resist it. He's too good, and his wife is hot. That's all I'm going to say.
One episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
now you cheating on Alexa Bliss. All right, come to me, baby.
You're gonna be buying this season after it's over. I can already see it.
Hell no.
D. Shep would be in his bikini watching that episode, all the episodes.
Oh hell no. I'm gonna cancel my subscription to Victoria's Secret. I'm done.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Well, the follow. They just went completely south pretty damn quick. All right. I'm going to ask you, D-Shep. You didn't like the after. So you didn't like the whole booking of the 10-man tag? You think it was too much?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. That's the answer right there. I got it.
That was a good answer.
Yeah, I guess so.
It gives you that filler vibe, man. I mean, we're building towards a tag team feud, right? So what's a 10-man tag supposed to do for a tag team feud?
Okay, I'll tell you right now. Okay? You got a 10-man tag. You got two rivalries. You got the tag. You got the opening, the pre-show match for the tables. And then, of course, you got the tag championship bout. So when you got a 2-hour show, you only got a 3-hour show like Raw. So you can't do something with both of them. It's something to get them together in a 2-hour show. And I thought it kind of fit. It's a 2-hour show, D-Shep. It's not 3 hours. So if you're going to do something, sometimes it's a unique approach of getting everyone involved and still tell a story. It happens.
Is it really unique, though, and stand out-ish if it's just throwing everybody in a match like that, though? What's unique about it is what I'm saying. Just because we're giving all these different people TV time, sure. But if nobody's really standing out as a team or individually in that match, then how is it unique, I guess?
How did you not see who stood out in that match? Who stood out in that match? Come on.
You tell me.
Daniel Bryan. How'd you not see that?
But he already stands out, though. I mean, Daniel Bryan don't need a 10-man tag to stand out.
But again, it's to show you that he has it. They're going to show that progression through the hiding them into the tag team, so people don't bitch about him being a main event, going for the world title right away. That's what that was. That's how I interpret it.
I'm just not a big fan of 6-man tag, 10-man.
Okay, you may not be a fan. There might be people that would enjoy that. Magriff, what do you think of that?
I'm kind of with D. Shep on this. It was just kind of a boring segment. The only thing I like seeing about it is Sanity getting some kind of push. That's a tag team that needs to be pushed. They're great talent. So use them in whatever way you can, but it could have
done.
It could have been used some other way than the main event set up. I mean, that was just ridiculous.
Well, okay, if it was a main event, would have been better. If they did something else for a main event, that was a big match like Samoa Joe and whoever. and they weren't main event, would you feel the same way there?
Yes, I mean they could have done one-on-ones. They could have done a tag team with Sandy against New Day. A lot of different things they could have done to build that.
Okay.
I would have much rather seen a Team Hell No versus Sandy in the main event and then have a Bludgeon Brothers run in.
I like that a lot.
Okay. All right. I enjoy it. Some people may not. What about you, Letcher? Fine.
Yeah, I see where both of y'all is coming from this, but honestly, I'm gonna lean a little bit more towards D-Shep. It was kind of boring, but one person with nobody's talking about that really stood out in that match, honestly, Daniel Bryan was, but Eric Young.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Young.
Okay, I agree with that
out.
too. Yeah.
There's a reason his nickname used to be Showtime.
Yeah. Eric Young is doing his thing down in TNA. He came up here WWE. Now who's with Sandy? Look what he's doing. Magic.
Okay. All right, I'm with you on that. I agree. Okay. Sorry, got a text there. My ADD. All right, so of course you went from well, everyone enjoyed the segment, didn't like the ending, blah blah blah. Then you go right into a Nakamura AJ Styles match. Wow. Would you expect that match to be so early? Now, in my opinion, because we discussed that if the tag was sooner, shouldn't that have been the main event?
No, I'm glad it was sooner.
You think so? You don't think it was?
I don't want to see that again. We've been seeing that for the past.
Hold
months.
on. Okay. Why? Why don't you want to see that again?
Because I'm so used to seeing AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura fight. It's the same thing as watching Roman Reigns main event everything. It's getting old.
The thing that made this one so boring for me, because I enjoyed the last two matches.
Uh-oh. Hold on, folks. Hold on. There you go.
Good now?
Yeah, must have lost that. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All of a sudden, my freaking thing went off for a second. There you go. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was just saying that there was no build. You found out about 2 hours before on Twitter that they were going to be facing off on SmackDown.
What's up, Luke? Yeah.
And the feud just it was over. So this match didn't have that same level of energy. It was a decent wrestling match, sure, but that's where it ended for me.
Okay,
the last two matches of the feud were great. I felt nothing for it.
Completely agree.
I guess that's the old school in me. I kind of like things like that. I mean, you will go into a Saturday morning show not knowing who was facing each other because you didn't have social media, to tell you right away. I like the second thing. And to me, I thought it was a pretty good match. Was it to the level of the last match they had at Money in the Bank? No. To me, it was still a good match. Magriff, what did you feel about that?
I'm completely opposite of everybody else here, apparently. I love the match. I thought it was a great match. Was it their best one? Probably not. But top 3, at least. They did a great job selling this match. Okay. And just a little side note, it was announced on Monday Night Raw. They had a little commercial break during Raw about it.
I must have missed that.
I didn't see that then.
Okay, we were corrected. But here's the thing I liked about it. And I don't care. A lot of people are complaining that Rusev wasn't doing anything to build. I completely disagree with most of the people that were complaining about that. I think he did a really good job with what he could do because you didn't have AJ Styles there for half the time. So he had to do something. And then his little role this past Tuesday, I thought he did a good job. As far as to build this match. D-Shep, do you agree?
Rusev, he's done great with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised by that. One thing from that same match, though, I would say is they have done an absolute shit fest with building the feud between Jeff Hardy and Shin for the title, though. I don't understand it.
I agree with that one.
They had Hardy coming in for the save at the end of it. Yeah, what the fuck ever. But just the fact that there was no promo between the two, really, to speak of, and they're going to have a title match, it is extremely odd.
Whoa.
But as far as Rusev's concerned, he's been doing great.
Okay, I agree with that.
Makes you almost forget about that whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing that you forget that Nakamura was out of commission because of what happened with the dog. You got Jeff Hardy that is obviously wrestling hurt. He's hurt, so I have a feeling he's going to drop the title Sunday to Nakamura. So hint, hint. I'm giving a spoiler on my prediction. But
couldn't there have been something like some kind of VS?
Yeah, I feel they dropped the.
With Nakamura talking.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to always be physical. I think a lot of the best storylines that were told over the years was actually through the mic. Whether if it was a segment of the Brother Love show in the early 90s to Wild Biz TV today, you can go away through the mic and not get physical. There's plenty of ways, promos, get personal, anything to build the storyline. Yeah, I agree with you. They dropped the ball on this one. And as far as like anything physical, I think it was because you got Jeff Hardy that's hurt. And the fact that I commend him for keep going despite all that. And then what happened to Nakamura with the dog. So as far as the physical part, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So where we go? Oh yeah. And of course, what happened at the end of the match, and then you got the tag match. Okay. To me, it was a decent match. What about you, Electrify? What'd you think? I mean, I guess he had to build something with Rusev and Styles in the ring somehow.
Yeah, that just it was supposed to, I feel like that was supposed to be for entertainment as well. That didn't really help anybody's case.
Great One actually had a good line, and I'm going to see if anyone can answer this. How much of a promo battle can Jeff have with Shinsuke? Shinsuke, with the lack of what he can say, believe it or not, he does a great job of what he did. Like, I love that no speak English. Like, I loved how they took that approach with that build with AJ Styles going into the last match. So, I don't know. I mean, actually, I'm going to ask Magriff because he has a good mind, but this... could you see anything? Like, do you have any... If you were the booker, is there any way you could do that? To Coach Jeff?
Man, I feel about Jeff Hardy like Electrify feels about Miz. I can't stand him. But...
I don't think you're going to have to worry about him much longer, but go ahead.
But yes, absolutely. Like D-Shep was saying, you should have done something via satellite, whatever it is. Shinsuke interrupting one of Jeff's matches via satellite is exactly how I would have booked something.
That would have required little words.
I have something that he didn't even have to say a word. Shinsuke burning down the Hardy compound. Like I said, it could have even been a duplicate or whatever. It didn't have to be that. But then, because you go with the Nero thing, the brother Nero that he's going with right now. And what was his saying? Like, what was his, I guess you would say, home? It was the Hardy compound. You could reintroduce that by him burning it down. That could have been somewhat of an idea. But, yeah, altogether, yeah, they did shit the bed on that one. But I'm still interested in the match because it's Shinsuke Nakamura. I like his work. I've watched a lot of videos. Yeah, it sucks that his dancing partner is going to be Jeff Hardy. He's hurt. And also age, father time got to him. You see it a little bit.
Hardy compound is both their homes. Great.
Hardy compound. Oh, okay.
You have the middle, and you have Matt's house on one side, and you have Jeff's house on the other side. It's the same.
Luke the Gooner says, in my opinion, I don't like Nakamura. I don't like any of his moves. Really? I think he has a very unique style. I like that. And the character, it is different. You just don't. I mean, have you seen anything like Nakamura's character in the last 15 years?
No.
Not really.
Exactly. That's what I love about it. And I've always been a heel guy. I was a Shawn Michaels guy before it was even cool to be a Shawn Michaels guy. I love the fact that he threw Marty Jannetty through the freaking barbershop window. Okay? So I always enjoyed the heels, and I enjoy Nakamura being a heel. All right. So we go along. Can we all agree? Do we all agree that the match was eh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the tag match was eh. Then you go from that to a surprisingly great match. Sin Cara, Cien Almas.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah, it was. Dude, like, we saw what Almas has done in NXT, and it was a great run in NXT. Then he comes onto the main roster, and then he does that little that segment with Sin Cara. But then you find out, like, he was off TV, and everyone was wondering why. Well, you find out that the guy got hurt in one of his matches. I think it was one of the squash matches that he had. And now he's back, first match back, with Sin Cara. And then they put on this display. D-Shep, your opinion on that match, man? What's that?
It was a surprisingly good match, but I'm not emotionally invested with either guy. But it stirred the pot. I'll say it at least stirred the pot.
Okay, I agree with you because there was no build up to that. But just like the Rollins McIntyre, you had a little interaction, but that match, you see something more coming out of that later down the road.
We were talking about Alamis a couple weeks ago, and we're saying we were waiting for something from him, and we finally got something.
Well, it's because he was hurt. That came out after the fact.
That wasn't even on the dirt sheets that he was hurt. So that came out of left field.
It did come out of left field. That's why he was off TV. So you were you okay with that match? I mean, despite there was no build, blah blah blah. Okay, now you, McGriff, how did you feel about that match?
Well, my first question is, during SmackDown, did they say Almas was hurt? I thought I heard that they said Sin Cara was hurt.
No, Almas was off TV. Actually, Ross Report is what I heard that on. And if Jim Ross is saying it, I'm going to take that as Bible.
Okay. And that's fair enough. But as for the match, great match. Not something I was expecting. I was honestly expecting that's another time I was going to get up and go get my snacks.
Yeah.
Sin Cara, the dude has been dead for years, it seems like, and all of a sudden, what the crap? Where'd this come from?
Do you think this could bring back his, revitalize his WWE career?
Oh, they wanted to in the worst way, especially if Ray's coming back soon.
Now, if he comes back, you guys think he's going to do it individually or come back with Kalisto?
Individual for Ray.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed the match.
Where is Kalisto, by the way, speaking of?
I thought he was on SmackDown.
Maybe.
Sin Cara is too far gone. I don't think there's really any saving that career.
Okay. All right. There you go. Well, I thought the match was great, and then the fact that they're going to be the second match added for the pre-show for Extreme Rules, that says something. 205 Live, Kalisto.
Oh, that's right.
3 people that confirmed it. Get him, Jones, Ghost, and the Great One. Thank you.
No, I feel stupid.
No, well, come on, dude.
I forgot he got moved to the Cruiserweight division because they don't show that shit.
And you know what? I'm going to call someone out for a second, too, about that. I watched my first episode of 205 Live. What is your beef with that, D-Shep?
You just said my beef right there. You just watched your first show, and now you want to sit here and try to call me out about
it's a good show. It's a good wrestling show.
Griff, let's just sit back for a little bit.
Yep.
What?
But you know what? I get what you're saying. One show. But I see a lot in it. I could see... I know if I'm going to watch it next week, I know I'm going to be entertained. Probably more entertained than watching Raw, that's for sure. And I can put that on right next to NXT as far as wrestling.
But this isn't the wrestling world anymore. This is the entertainment world. And
No,
that
that's
shit
the
is
beauty part.
entertaining.
Beauty
No
part of
one's going
WWE.
on- What's that one guy's name that was always falling around? Enzo. What the fuck? Drew Gallic or whatever? That motherfucker still on there?
You been the guy with the
I
umbrella?
mean, come on. Or the guy from Titus Worldwide?
Apollo Crews?
No, the
Nah, he's on.
Tozawa.
Raw.
That guy I actually did like. I like Tozawa.
Okay, well, here's the
Oh,
thing. Okay. 205 Live, this is the beauty part of WWE, in my opinion. Okay? You got NXT, you got 205. That's your wrestling shows. SmackDown is kind of becoming that wrestling show. Because, again, you only got 2 hours, so you can't put a lot of entertainment segments. They squeeze it in here and there. You got your Miz TV and all, but it's still a wrestling show. Then you got your complete variety show, which is known as Monday Night Raw. That I'm just saying, as far as 205 Live and NXT, to me, those are the better wrestling shows. You may agree or disagree. I actually enjoyed that one episode, and I'm actually looking forward to the next episode of 205 Live on Tuesday.
I actually agree because I feel like they have more to prove than SmackDown and Raw.
Especially NXT. But we've been saying, I think we agreed that should be your third brand. And I said the moment that might happen is when the guy either refuses to go up or someone goes back down. And
apparently we got a 2-on-2 here because I'm with D-Shep. I'm not going to waste my time with 205.
I always think the greatest wrestling shows are the ones that are 1 hour. That is what I grew up on.
You know what? I tell you right now. You know what would get me interested in 205 Live?
All right, go ahead.
This one's for Fly. Send James Ellsworth to 205 Live.
Oh,
That's not for me.
That's for you.
That's not for me.
That's for you. Could you imagine James Ellsworth as your cruiserweight champ?
You just want him down there just because you don't want to see him on TV. Tell the truth.
yeah, he doesn't like him.
I'll take that.
Yeah, he doesn't like the no chin guy. All right.
Yeah,
Well-
more chin than you do.
Well, we can agree to disagree. Can we do that?
Yeah,
All right.
that's what this
let-
show is all about.
Okay, we're going to move forward, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's step away from the potential argument, and we're going to go into maybe another one. 10-man tag, main event, SmackDown. Okay, we're going to start with you, Electrifying. What were your thoughts on the main event? Definitely not the Raw main event, that's for sure.
I really didn't care for it that much.
Long Dizzle, New Japan, G1 Tournament night was one. Oh, dude, New Japan? I'm a fan. I just started watching on Access TV. I love having Jay on it. But we'll get into that. Welcome to the show. Sorry. Go ahead. I just saw that.
I didn't think that helped, honestly. I didn't really care for it that much.
I think it was just another thing to get Brian over. But you know what? I agree. Who's the one that brought up the Eric Young? I'm sorry, because we had everyone that he shined in that too.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay, I agree with you that too. And you know what? And when you brought that up, it actually clicked in my head. It's like, you know what? You're right. It didn't click until you said that. But I saw, of course, Daniel Bryan, and again, this whole tag team's to disguise him so he could get back into the full swing things again and not have that pressure of this guy should be main event right away just because 4 years we missed out, blah, blah, blah. Shawn Michaels didn't exactly get back into it either when he was out for 4 years. When you think about that, he had that one-off match that was supposed to be with Triple H and then didn't have another match till Survivor Series when he won the world title. But everyone's going to compare that. But I think the better thing would be WrestleMania. But all right, so I guess Magriff, we'll get your opinion on the match. Go ahead.
Are you sure you want this?
Yo, go ahead. No, I already know where you go with because you kind of went there, but go on. I know you have an opinion about it. That's part of the show.
I hated the match.
Okay.
The only thing I saw out of it is kind of like Electrify was talking about. Eric Young looked impressive, but Sandy as a whole looked impressive, and I want WWE to push them.
Okay, and D-Shep.
Along them same thoughts, my main event would have been Team Hell No versus Sanity all day long. The 10-man was just too much for me. You could have still had Daniel Bryan stand out in the match with Sanity. You could have still had Eric Young stand out. You could have had the Bludgeon Brothers still looking tough by running down and beat everybody down towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the 10-man, but it is what it is.
I could see that, but not right away, because obviously you're going to see Sanity with a program New Day. You got 3-team factions. I think they're going to roll with that. And then I guess like everyone thinks that Team Hell No is going to come with the titles. I can see maybe them dropping it to Sanity at some point, and it won't be New Day, and it definitely won't be the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know why, and I've said this before. I see Luke Harper being the guy that breaks away, being the singles star. I don't know why. I'm starting to see that there might be a breakup. I don't know why. I really.
Oh no, there will.
But you know what? I knew it was eventually going to happen. But now I'm getting that feeling. You see a little bit of it that it might happen sooner than we think. You could disagree or agree. I mean, I don't know. That's just. I'm getting that feeling that they're going to do it now
because they did it once already.
Yeah.
They did it once already, so I think from that point of view, you're almost forced to hold off for a while. But I get what you could tell they're planting the seeds a little bit because they don't seem that cohesive.
Yeah,
if you want to say. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
And you know
I would say Rumble at the earliest.
Yeah, but I'll ask you this, McGriff. I don't know if you see this. Do you kind of see that with New Day too?
Ugh.
At some point, they have to.
I think it's ran its course.
Yeah, it's time for these guys to go out on their own and prove themselves. I think Big E could actually do something. We know Kofi can. I'm just worried about what Xavier Woods is going to do after that happens.
You know what I feel?
Comedy act.
No. I think you should step away from wrestling and be that manager that is lacking in the WWE. Can you at least say that he's great on the mic and he's the master manipulator? And I think that will be the factor of the breakup.
Well,
or just step away and do YouTube.
Or that.
Yeah, the up, down, down.
Usually we've been talking that it's going to be one guy that breaks heel. But what if two guys break? And it's Big E and Xavier, with Xavier being his manager, just ordering Big E to beat down people all the time, and they start with Kofi.
But you know what? I see that in a different way. I agree with you on that. But what has The Miz been lacking ever since he went to SmackDown? At Miztourage, or even at Bodyguard. And memory serves me correct. Wasn't Big E a Bodyguard before?
Yeah. CM Punk.
Yeah.
There
CM
you go.
Punk and AJ Lee.
There
Honestly,
That
bringing
was a
her
great
up.
tandem, by the way.
Honestly, bringing her up, I would like to see them, if they do break up, Big E breaks away, does his own thing, and kind of brings back AJ.
I don't know. Phil Brooks would allow that.
We would all love it. Hey, at least we're getting Caitlyn back. Woo!
You need a cold shower?
What a woman. Nah, lukewarm.
Well, I'm gonna need a shower after the May Classic. I'll tell you.
I think you just climaxed right there. Look
Yeah,
at the
that's
faces in
what I'm
there. Okay.
That's why you got a line on the screen.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
All right.
the other half of my picture is just some random fucking door.
All right.
He came in that door.
All right, dude, for the conclusion of the show. Let's go on. Let's keep going here. All right, for the conclusion of the show. All right, we'll go with you, McGriff. Start 1 to 5, SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm going to go same as Raw, 2.5.
Wow. Okay, D-Shep.
I'm gonna go slightly higher, and that's gonna say a solid 3 because exactly what it says. I think SmackDown was slightly better than Raw, and I went 2.5 with Raw. So
Electrifying.
I'm a act like his price is right. I'm a up D-Shep and go 3.5.
Okay. I'm gonna go with 3. It was a 3. I love the Nakamura match. That was good. The tag man tag. I see what they were trying to do. It was a unique way of getting everyone involved on a 2-hour show. That's how I felt from it. And then Brian, they were trying to make him stand out. I was surprised by the Sin Cara match. I was very surprised with that. I love the Miz TV segment. But unlike, look on Raw where you had that McIntyre match. It was like a wow match. Despite the fact that Sin Cara blew me away, but it wasn't to the level of the McIntyre Rollins match. So that's why I went for a 3. All right, so now that we got both shows out of the way, quick question. Out of all the storylines leading up to this pay-per-view, and I'll start with you on this one, D-Shep.
I'm going to give you a breakdown. 3 weeks ago, it was all B Team. 2 weeks ago, it was all Team Hell No. Now, I'm interested to see what Bobby Lashley does. That's where I'm at. Yeah. No, they weren't doing him any favors at the time, though. This was during the Sami Zayn feud, let's keep in mind.
Without a doubt, Rollins and Ziggler / McIntyre, there's way too much there to ignore. That's where I'm focusing my attention.
Yeah, I started off with B Team as well, but then Rollins and Ziggler, that's the best match so far. I gotta watch that.
It will be the best match.
I think it will too.
Mike was muted. There you go. I'm hoping it wasn't that long. Okay. Were you guys hearing me the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I could hear you fine.
I'm wondering how you guys were hearing me then. My thing was unplugged. There you go. There we go. Okay. And where was I? I'm sorry. Who didn't I ask on that one?
Oh, no, you asked me and I answered, and then you got confliction.
Oh, I got mine. Yeah, that's right. Well, I agree with you. I'm looking forward to the Iron Man match. That's the one I'm invested in because of the potential of what could happen. And again, I'm throwing it out there. There hasn't been that retaliation from Elias, so we still got to think about that. There might be that possibility.
Get that call right, we'll see him in the bikini.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome. If I correct, because I've yet to get a real prediction yet. I was close on a couple. The guy that's pulled off the biggest prediction was D-Shep with the Team Hell No coming back. So hopefully I may be right on this one.
And the woman's cash-in.
No, you did say that, actually, yeah. He did say that, too.
They call it cash-in
All right.
that night.
Not really interested in this pay-per-view, Luke says. I am. There's a lot of potential. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we covered the 2 shows, now it's time for the list. And this segment is pretty much our version of the WWE Power Rankings, 5-1, who we think was the best on Raw and SmackDown. Okay, we're going to start it off with D-Shep. Give us your list, my friend.
I have Team Hell No sliding all the way back to 5, just simply because, unlike EJ, I didn't think anything that I seen was... The promo was good, but the match itself wasn't as unique.
Okay.
I got AJ Styles at 4.
All right.
He had the solid match. Still the champ. I got Baron Corbin at 3. Unlike some people, I don't necessarily love his promo work, but I'm better under the new character, so I got him there.
Okay.
Then I got Drew McIntyre at 2. Just absolute flawless, badass character.
Wow. 2.
Debut.
Okay.
Well, because I got an upset at 1.
Okay, go ahead. No, that's your opinion.
I was back and forth, but Bobby Lashley.
Wow.
I got Bobby Lashley just because for the first time since he came back, like you were asking, what you looking most forward to the pay-per-view, I'm looking forward to the potential Bobby Lashley upsetting Roman Reigns. I'm praying. I know it's unlikely, but I'm hoping.
Okay. All right.
And I think they took a step possibly towards that this past weekend.
Okay, electrifying. Give us your list.
All right. Been waiting for this for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Number 5, Seth Rollins. After that promo, he deserves to be on the list. Number 4, I disagree with D-Shep. I think number 4 is Bobby Lashley. Lashley, he's doing his thing, but he's lopsidedly winning that whole feud. That's why he's at number 4.
Well, let's just say this, though. You did say Rollins was going to be the match of the night, but you did put Bobby Lashley ahead of Rollins. Not the critique, but I'm just saying.
Dude, he's got to give you shit all the time.
I know his mic is gonna be cut next week. Next week his camera ain't working, his mic ain't working. Something's going wrong with him. It's gonna be fine.
He did call himself Roman one time. That was kind of funny.
Who?
Bobby.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, what?
All right, go on.
Okay, number 3, staying where he was at last week. I have Rusev at 3.
Oh.
I believe even though him inside that tag match really didn't do anything for him, he still is playing his part.
No, he
and
is.
I like
Definitely
that.
is. Definitely is. Okay.
Number 2, the B Team.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I got the B Team at 2 because I want to see them as title holders. I want to see it. I want something different in the tag division, and them as tag champions is going to change a lot. So I really want to see that. And number 1, EJ, I'm still going to be on the show after this, right? Alexa Bliss is still a number 1.
I say I wouldn't criticize that.
Alexa, shut up!
Oh, we're gonna make a clip of that.
Every time I say Alexa, the thing pops up. I'm upset. But yeah, Alexa Bliss is number 1.
Okay. Oh, apparently
Jesus Christ.
That was. Alexa get pushed too much, in my opinion. All right, that's. All right. So Alexa, okay, all right. Here's my top 5 for this week. Number 5, Andrade Cien Almas. Dude, great match with Sin Cara. I have to put him in the top 5 for that. Great match. Got the victory. He's number 5. Number 4, of course, I'm going to throw Bobby Lashley in. Finally, what I wanted out of him came out. That is what we saw a little bit in the TNA. That's why he was the main guy on TNA, and hopefully soon he'll be one of the main guys for Raw. Number 3, Baron Corbin. I love this new twist he has. He's getting real comfortable on the mic. And, hey, he got a good victory on Bobby Roode at the end of days in their tag team match. Therefore, I put him at number 3. Number 2, the WWE Champs back in the top 5 again for the second week in a row. And of course, he got the win on the DQ, but it was a great match. I had to put him in number 2. Number 1, because he beat one of the main guys on Raw, Drew McIntyre is my number 1 this week. And that is my list. I don't think we actually were close on anything. Did we all have? I think the only thing we had similar was D-Shep and I with Baron Corbin. I don't think any of us...
No, you and me got the same thing with Bobby Lashley at 4.
That's right, yes. And Lashley at 4. Wow. I thought we would have a lot similar... I guess we're interpreting...
We all had Drew McIntyre in there.
Well, I know we had him, but I guess the placement was different. You had him at 2. I just can't...
For me, he was at least 7.
I got it. I got McIntyre at 1, so...
That's right, you
I'm
did put him
right
at
there
1.
with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did put him at 1. I apologize. All right, well... There you go. And that is the list. Now, we move along to the final segment of the night, and that is our predictions for the show. Now, I guess we'll just go match by match. I'm going to have to pull up my phone because the email, for some reason, put out a code thing. It was stupid and weird. So, let me bring it up on my phone. We'll just do real quick of our predictions. If you want to give an explanation, you can. Okay, we'll start with, should we? I guess we'll start with the kickoff show. The New Day vs. Sanity. I'll go with Electrifying. Go first on that one. Who do you got?
I got New Day because that's my boys. I gotta go New Day.
New Day. Okay. All right. Who do you got, Matt Griff?
Same thing I've been saying all night. So Sandy's going to win this match.
Okay. And I love the tables match idea. D-Chef.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
It better be Sanity. I think it's going to be Sanity, but it better be Sanity. New Day doesn't need to win. Sanity desperately needs a big win.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Sanity as well. I think it'd be great for the build. They had a great introduction, and everyone seems to agree. Great one. Get 'em Jones and Ghost De La Rosa all said Sanity. They do need that the win, definitely. All right, so we're going to another match. Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens. We're going to start with you, D-Shep. Who do you have in that steel cage match, which I also think is a good idea?
I think Strowman in a dominant win, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if they do some kind of cheap thing where they rehash an angle where Strowman throws Owens at the cage and he breaks the cage, falls down, technically wins.
Okay. All right, what do you got, Matt Griff? Who do you have?
I think D-Shep just read my mind. They got to have Strowman win in some sort, though, as the Money in the Bank guy. You got to make sure you make him look good leading up to cashing in.
Okay, and what do you got, Electrifying?
I'm going straight down the line. I even gave it to you. Braun Strowman will win this match, even though how much I really want to see Kevin Owens win after everything he's been going through, because his road pretty much stinks, no pun intended. But Braun Strowman's going to get the dub.
All right, I'm going with Kevin Owens. I see a swerve. I see a complete swerve on this one. And I see a run-in.
That's what I was about to say. I think a run-in might happen.
I see a run-in, but I think it could be an angle to hold off Braun to get him away from that, because right now your Universal Champion isn't on the show every week. You haven't seen him since the Greatest Royal Rumble. So I think
whoever does the run-in
would be a program.
Strowman?
Yeah, with Braun. It would eventually, it would be a program just to keep you, pretty much distracted. That's what I see. So my prediction is Kevin Owens. All right, so Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley. First question, do you think it's going to be main event? And secondly, who's your victor? We'll start with you, Electrifying.
Oh, my God. I really want Bobby Lashley to win. That's why I'm going to pick him to win. But it's not going to be the best match of the night.
Do you see it being the main event, though?
No.
Okay. All right, McGriff, who do you got? And do you feel that it could be? Do you think they're going to place this match at main event?
Man, that's tough to answer. Should they? Absolutely not. WWE with Roman Reigns, there's no telling. But I don't think they will. But I got Lashley winning because they're going to finally move on and start putting over somebody else.
That's right. All right, D-Shep, who do you got for that? Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley.
I think Lashley.
Okay.
But I think his odds increase even more so if it does main event, and I'll tell you why. They do not want Roman Reigns winning and closing the show. I think if that match goes on middle of the card, it's a little bit more likely that Reigns pulls it out. But I think if it's main event, I would be shocked if Lashley didn't get the win.
All right, I'm going to agree. I'm going to go with Lashley because I want to see the two badasses on Raw going for the Universal title at SummerSlam. As people have been, they're saying that it's pretty much a strong possibility at this point that Brock will be at SummerSlam. So who's going to win is definitely going to face him. That's how I feel, and Lashley would be that guy. All right, moving along. Finn Balor.
Or Strowman.
Or Strowman. Oh, it could be a triple threat.
I honestly, that's the way I see SummerSlam heading, is it's going to be Strowman against Lesnar.
That sucks, man. I would love to see him win the title at WrestleMania. And I would love, if just say someone on SmackDown won the Royal Rumble, which I think will probably be Daniel Bryan, chasing The Miz for the title. Wouldn't it have been awesome that Braun comes out to the ring and says, I'm going to cash this in. Since you didn't have a winner at the Rumble, I'm cashing in for the title at WrestleMania. It's a way of doing a Rollins, but without doing it in the middle of the match. He'd be the first guy to say, hey, I want this match at WrestleMania, and cash it in that way. I'm hoping.
I don't think they're going to wait that long to pull that trigger, though.
No.
I don't see. I would love to see that, but yeah, you're right.
I think the most likely scenario if Roman wins is that Strowman's going to cash in at SummerSlam and make it a triple threat.
But you know what? That'd be good, actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, because if you want Brock Lesnar to drop the title, you don't want him to drop it to one guy. Because how they feel about him, maybe two guys would be good. Because at least to say it took two big guys like Lashley and Braun to take down the Beast. Okay.
But here's my question: what was the main event of SummerSlam last year?
Oh shit!
It was
okay.
Lesnar against Randy Orton.
That's right. That's when he beat him down and busted him open, in which Jericho.
That's right.
Jericho got pissed.
They're looking for some kind of redemption, and this is where I'm getting my reasoning from. I think Braun Strowman in the coming weeks is going to say, this is when I'm cashing in, and there's going to be a build to leading to Braun Lesnar, where Braun takes the title at SummerSlam.
Ghost actually said something pretty cool in chat, too. I would say SummerSlam, Lashley fights Brock, Lashley wins, Braun cashes in, having Braun versus Lashley later on is what I'm assuming. That could be, but if they're going to do it, it would be a triple threat because it would help Brock Lesnar. So, God forbid, if they ever decide to bring the guy back, and then at least it didn't hurt his image. That's how they're going to do it if they are going to go that way. Okay, moving on. Finn Balor, Constable Corbin. We're going to start with Matt Griff. Who do you have?
God, I hate this match, man.
I wish it was the Demon, that's for sure, but...
Well, you know how I feel
Don't waste the Demon on Baron Corbin.
No, but...
You know how I feel about Balor, how he's been used wrong. And I think that trend continues. They're going to continue to push Corbin. Corbin's going to pull off this match in some kind of fluke way.
Okay. Wait. Luke says Finn is booked really bad. Yes, he is. Go ahead. Lecture 5. Who do you have?
I agree with Griff, but the way that this match is going to go is Finn Balor winning.
Okay, you got Finn. D-Shep, who do you have? Finn Balor or the Constable Corbin?
I'm completely agree with Matt Griff. It's going to be some kind of fluke win by Corbin, and I could very well see some kind of alliance where Corbin has somebody come out or somebody come out for the distraction and pick up the win.
Okay.
Elias.
No. Constable Corbin.
Good.
Constable Corbin, I'm going with you with the running, but I see a certain tag team being
open.
A certain tag team being the guys that help him win, and that is the Authors of Pain.
That's what I'm hoping.
We were both on the same page with that, and if you're gonna do it, that would be the perfect time right there to get a nice win over Balor like that. And you got your two strong arms for the Constable. And then, how is Kurt Angle going to be able to fight that? Well, wouldn't it be awesome in a way if he tries to take over the show completely?
It'd be a good way to start building towards we know it's happening.
Yeah.
The Corbin versus Angle match. It's going to happen at some point. It's only a matter of time. It'd be a good way to start that.
Yeah. Here's the thing I've noticed, though. Could you see a possible program between Corbin and Kurt Angle for Control? And if you do, would it be interesting?
Yeah, well, it could be if Corbin wins, he gets the GM job, and if Angle wins, then Corbin's not the Constable.
Yeah, what do you think, Matt? Do you think that could be possible?
Possible.
It's possible. Would I want to watch it? No.
Okay. All right. I'm just throwing that out there because, I don't know, I'm seeing that a little bit, like that little attention. And you saw that before with a certain duo of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff.
I got to respond to Get 'em Jones. Kurt would be able to fight that legit tag teams because you know what? You bring back his son Jason Jordan and American Alpha with Kurt against Corbin and AOP.
Ooh,
That's actually a great setup. I like that.
Wow, look at that.
And that makes perfect sense too.
You will get a little bit more emotionally invested in the feud too.
Now, since Kurt is limited, you think like if they were to go with that quote unquote winner takes over GM, that you could do it like in a 6-man tag? Because Kurt's very limited.
Until Survivor Series and
that too.
One team and Corbin can captain the other team.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I guess time will tell.
Could you imagine, not to throw, if you completed the whole Kurt Angle team, you could have American Alpha, and then you could somehow get Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas also? It'd be like, I would be emotionally invested in that. I'm just saying.
You would have to watch it. I mean, that'd
that
be
would
perfect.
be pure gold.
Yeah, Chad Gable is a great wrestler. Yeah, Jordan, I think he's set to come back in a month, for what I read.
He's any day now. I think he's been cleared for quite
okay.
It's not a month now.
All right, well, yeah, we got our theories on that. So, moving along, Dolph Ziggler, the IC title match, Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, and we're going to go with D-Shep. Who do you have? Come on.
Ziggler, I want Rollins to win, but you got to think it's going to be Ziggler. I don't see no reason to think that they're going to let Rollins win.
Magriff, who do you have?
Here's the one I'm going to spend a little bit of time on.
Okay. All ears. Hold on. Campfire time.
Rollins is going to win this match.
Wow.
And by my theory, what I'm thinking is Rollins is going to win this match, and it's going to lead to a huge feud between him and McIntyre, leading to SummerSlam.
I really hope so.
Yeah, if you want him to go for the Universal title push, you have to have him climb the ladder. So I could see that. That would be awesome to see.
And we're actually talking about Paul Heyman writing stuff now.
Yeah.
Something tells me he's got Vince's ear telling him, hey, man, this is the way we got to go. So I'm all in. I think Rollins wins this match for that build.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that came out of left field. But, you know, that makes sense. It really does. It'd be very interesting if they go that way. Okay, Electrifying. Who do you have for that match?
Okay. Interesting fact. I do hate Dolph Ziggler, but not as much as Miz. But I see Dolph Ziggler winning this match.
Okay. I'm going to go with Ziggler, too.
And nope. I'm going to go ahead and predict he wins 3 pinfalls to 2.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
My bold prediction.
Wow.
Okay. So it'd be close. It's not going to be a blowout.
It'd be very close. He's actually going to pin him in the last 5 seconds.
Okay. I see it going like an OT type thing. And all right, they're going to do that again, and it will be very short. But I'm going to go with Ziggler, and I'm going to go with what I talked about earlier. I have a gut feeling Elias is going to be the contributing factor. Everyone thinks it's going to be McIntyre. McIntyre's in the freaking ring. You know, he's around. Well, he's outside the ring. Some way, everyone thinks he's going to get involved. He may get involved, but I don't think he's going to be the guy that's going to be the factor of why he loses. It's going to be Elias. I see
he
Elias.
Might get thrown out.
You know what a good way to set that up would be?
What's that?
One of Seth Rollins wins, it'll be McIntyre causing a disqualification, and then McIntyre gets tossed from ringside because of it, and then all of a sudden at the end you think Rollins is about to win, and then boom, Elias.
Yep. I don't know.
I
don't know why.
I'm a little more with you on that.
Oh, I just have a gut feeling that's going to happen. And, dude, if that happens, I'll tell you. He may freaking Electrifying climax thinking about the girl earlier. I would climax 4 times if I see that happen, okay? And that's a nice way of saying that.
Thanks for sharing.
So if Rollins wins this match next Saturday, you all 3 get an earful of it, right?
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what happens, but I don't know.
I honestly think you guys are right, but I'm putting my Booker's hat on and the way I would go.
But you know what? I like how you're thinking about that. It is an interesting take. I would actually go with that more, but I think about the one thing that everyone seems to forget, that Elias didn't get his revenge. No retaliation to being beaten. And, well, again, Rollins had to hold the tights to get that victory. And then the next night he had that, melancholy kind of performance that he was bummed that he lost his chance at the title. But he never got his revenge. There it is right there. That's what I see. But again, we'll see it tomorrow night. All right, so we got who you think is going to win the Iron Man match. And then let's move on to the SmackDown. Bludgeon Brothers, Team Hell No. We're going to skip D-Shep because we already know who's going to win that. Now, go ahead, D-Shep.
Yeah. Well, you already know what I got for you here, so just ask the next person. I'm good. Team Hell No all the way.
Oh, there you go. We decided to hear it, okay, to make it official. Mad Griff, who do you got?
Hell No.
Hell No.
Yep, keep moving on because that's too simple.
Hell No.
No.
Yes. No. All right, here you go.
No.
Studios.
I got Hell No.
You got Hell No? And
I
got Hell No's too. So that's unanimous. There we go. We got one. That's pretty much unanimous. Moving along. Going from the SmackDown tag titles to the Raw. And that's the Leaders of the World and B-Team. And again, do we even have to ask D-Shep? D-Shep.
As of a few hours ago, I was still B-Team.
Ooh.
I think they've let them win a bit too much, and based off that alone, I think it's going to be Bray and Matt.
Wow.
I'm changing my mind.
Wow.
I want to see B-Team win, though. I mean, that's what I'll be reading.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yep.
Magriff, who do you have?
Again, this throws a big pinch and everything, but I think this is going to be Bray and Matt winning, setting up against AOP.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Woken clap. Everyone. That includes you, D-Shep. Come on, be a team player. There you go. All right, go ahead.
Wonderful.
That prediction you gave was wonderful.
Great one. Delete. Run.
D-Shep's camera. Delete.
Gotta love the heat between these two. It's got to be settled in some kind of way.
I just want to throw one thing out there.
Oh, here we go.
At least I don't have a fucking oversized T-shirt instead of shades in the window.
Oh. He's breaking your balls, dude.
At least I have some, and I have a team that wins more than he does on his head. So
that's true. See, I could say that too because my team just won the Super Bowl after 52 years, of course, but still they won.
Yeah. Nice job. It was a nice job.
There you go. Golf clap.
Electrify. All we gotta do is hold up 5 fingers.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you like Booker
cool.
T? Booker T?
That's right. The
Sucker!
5-time champ.
5 times.
5 times.
6-time champ. Get it right if you're gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's gonna be 6. Watch out for this year.
Okay. All right. So, where were we at? Where were I ask you?
It was my predictions. It's my predictions. I'm gonna let you guys know. It's not the C. It's not the F. It's not the W. Even though that's what they're gonna get. It's the B team getting the dub.
Okay, and that's King Booker to you. Get him, jokes. I have to say B team, and I'll give you my reason why. It's funny that you see a certain character come back, meaning Jeff Hardy as Brother Nero. You've seen that come back. I see a trio forming, but how they're going to do it to get them together, if 2 goes over to SmackDown or 1 goes to Raw, I see that happening. I don't know. I'm going with B-Team. They deserve it. That's me being a fan. That's where I go with. Okay, so we got 2 for B-Team, 2 for the Leaders of the World. Then we're going to go off to the Women's SmackDown title. Carmella, Asuka. Who do you have? Electrify.
Carmella, next person.
Okay, next, D-Shep.
Carmella, hands down.
Okay.
Not because of Ellsworth either. Mella, like she says, money.
Okay, Matt Griff, who you got?
Yep, I agree.
Damn, am I the only one that's going to think that
Yeah,
she's going to pull off the upset?
I knew it.
Am I the only one that thinks she's going to pull off the upset?
I have a feeling it's going to happen, but I want Carmella to win. Oscar needs.
Really an upset.
Only reason why I want to say Oscar is going to lose this because I want to see her fight Ronda.
Really?
I want to see that happen.
How can you
would
do
be
that? Because
very-
they're trying to stay away from the interpromotional. Are you thinking maybe a program after the next shakeup?
Yes.
But you can give her the
I wanna
title
see
until then.
Just let
Or
me
you can
dream,
have
man.
that Survivor Series.
It's good. I can see it happening.
SmackDown match.
Okay. I'm going with Asuka. I see an upset, and I know Ellsworth's going to get out of the cage, but
He's too small.
huh?
He's too small. Look at his body. He can
Was
just
he
squeeze
the
through.
last one, or am I thinking of someone else about a year ago that had the cage hanging from the ring and he slipped out of it? Wasn't that
That was
Ellsworth?
Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Jericho.
Kevin Owens
Kevin
match.
Owens. Yep.
That's what it was.
Well, I see him getting out, but I see him costing Carmella the title.
He might fall on Carmella coming out of it.
I see him screwing up in some kind of way, because you seen that there was a little bit of you see how she is towards him, and she feels like he screws up too much, and I think that would be the reason she loses the title, and then I'd like to see where it goes from there. I say Asuka. I see it. Is Jericho active wrestler still? Yes. He's the New Japan Wrestling. He's the IGWP Intercontinental Champion. And possibly fighting at Madison Square Garden in April. I don't know
Enzo slipped out. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
that's right.
All right. Okay, next. Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax. Who do you have? Magriff.
Alexa Bliss are setting up for Ronda against Bliss in SummerSlam.
Okay.
Absolutely.
D.
Full
Shep?
agreement. Just move on.
Okay.
You can skip me. I'm not going to go against my baby.
All right, unanimous, Alexa Bliss. And finally, the WWE Championship. You got AJ Styles, Rusev. I think it's going to be unanimous. Who do we have?
No, it's not. I already know it's not going to be.
Wow. Okay, D-Shep.
AJ.
Okay,
See,
Magriff.
there you go.
Magriff.
I'm going to give this to Electrify because I'm going to pick AJ and I'll let him have his explanation.
Go ahead. Electrified.
Rusev.
What?
Yes. It would be Rusev.
You think it's
beating
going to be
AJ
like...
Styles.
Wow, you think...
Yes. This is my upset pick. Rusev will be AJ Styles.
Okay. So you think it's going to be a Jinder Mahal moment? Like, you know... Because, come on, you think anyone's
Yeah.
going to see that? You think anyone's going to see that? A lot of
Nobody's
people...
going to see it. That's
No.
why I want it so bad.
Okay. AJ.
They're going to tease you that's going to be close.
I go with AJ, but here's my explanation. Because if you look at the days, if you want someone to legitimately break the WWE World Heavyweight Title reign record at Royal Rumble, that's 435.
Yep.
He will drop the title at the Rumble to The Miz. That's who I see. So AJ is my he don't want to hear that.
I was about to leave, but we almost open. So we're almost done.
Well, I have AJ Styles winning. Okay. And someone brought that up that was pretty good. And I looked it up, and it's true. 435 will be Royal Rumble the exact day. It would break the record that day. And if he drops it, it still counts. He held it for 435, which will be the record. So I guess we'll see when the time comes. But you have Rusev. That would be a surprise for sure if they give him the title. All right. Wow.
Did we miss the match?
Yeah,
Shinsuke against Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Did we go on that?
No.
No.
Oh, I apologize. All right. Shinsuke. Jeff Hardy.
You just said Shinsuke.
Is it Shinsuke?
Shinsuke.
No, I think it's because there was a wrestler named Sasuke. I think Shinsuke would be the correct pronunciation of that. I don't know. I could be wrong. All right, who do you got, D-Chap?
Shinsuke all the way.
All right, Matt Griff.
Mainly because Hardy's hurt, and the time is right to put a title on Shin.
Okay, Matt Griff.
Is there any doubt who I'm going to pick? I cannot stand Jeff Hardy. Shinsuke's going to win this.
All right, electrifying.
Hardy.
Wow, of course. And I'm the guy that's going to be the opposite? No, I'm not that guy. Shinsuke all the way. He finally gets his title. Hopefully one day you can see him with the world title. But you also got to put this in consideration. A certain man's contract is up in a couple months. Shinsuke?
Only reason why I say Hardy, because I think Nakamura is going to take the title off of AJ's hands.
Dear God, not another man.
No, I don't see that. I don't see that right. I see him holding it to the Rumble. And again, they say that the reason he won that match at Money in the Bank was because they announced him as the cover guy for WWE 2K19. So you want the champion to be, your cover guy. But
yeah,
again,
and I do say, as far as Shin's concerned, this is pretty much going to be a one-off with Hardy, and he's going to win it. Because I think Hardy's going to need to go away for a while. If they do have another match, I believe it's going to take place right away on SmackDown, and he's going to go away for a while. And I think we're going to get a return in Randy Orton versus Shin at SummerSlam.
Yes.
What's the time frame for him? I thought he was going to be out longer than that.
I think he can be back sooner than that, but I'm not 100%.
Okay. I guess we'll see what happens there. Now, I'm excited to see this. Is everyone do you feel that there's potential of the show? Oh.
I'd say it has
there goes the show.
I don't know what happened there. Did he throw up?
Did he grab his booty-os too, or?
I don't know. It looked like he ran off. I think he might have had too much.
He probably
got two
thought
clips.
D-Chap would fight somebody. He said, "It's time to go get my snacks."
Dude, I'm wondering if he had too much. And he's enjoying his videos. This show ended horribly. We were going to end it. And then I don't want him to go off.
It's the power of editing. It's wonderful.
Wonderful. Are you okay there, Matt Griff?
Yeah, phone was ringing in the background. It was driving me nuts.
Oh, okay. I was like, because the way you stormed off, I was like, is he going to throw up? Just the way you were.
I was getting mad at the phone.
Okay, the way you were hunched down, I was like, uh-oh. Oh, that's a way to end the show. It's 6 a.m. in England. Damn. And
that's right. I forgot about him.
Well,
hey,
thank you
Luke,
for tuning in.
Yeah, Luke, thank you, man. I appreciate your support.
That's a real fan right there.
If he tuned in right away, that was at 4 a.m. his time. Damn.
Probably woke up at 3:50, just say, "Oh, the show's on." That's dedication right there.
There you go.
He could be the fan of the week.
There we go.
Hey,
fan of the weeks.
I'm just gonna throw this out there on Luke the Gooner, my very first friend on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Luke the Gooner.
Nice.
So
I
appreciate your support, brother.
Gooner. Did he ever watch the Sean William Scott movie, The Goon?
And on that note, we end the show.
Yeah, I think it's rated scores. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week, next Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time zone you're in, we'll figure it out, okay? We're not going to do the math for you. Great show. Weird ending, but we, like he said, electrifying. The power editing is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Woken clap. Delete.
D-Chap, delete.
Oh.
Delete.
I think we need a match next week. Maybe we're going to figure something out. These two got to settle their differences once and for all.
We're going to have a match.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, before I live stream the pay-per-view tomorrow, Me and D-Shep will have a match.
Great one is Disputin'. He says he should be because he's been here every week.
That's true.
He has been.
Actually,
That's true.
1 week, the Great came in like 10 minutes before the end of the show, though. So fuck him.
Oh
my God.
He.
Yeah, D-Shep
fire.
really get it deleted now.
All right. delete. All right. Thanks for joining us, dude. We had a great crowd. The chat was good. But numbers were pretty good. I don't know if you looked at it throughout the course of the show.
Yeah, I was watching it the whole time.
Yeah, pretty good. We'll be back next week. See you next time.
What the hell is that emo?
It doesn't matter. Rated the show.
Yes, Go Home Wrestling Show. See you later, guys.
Peace out.
Later.
Booty-o.